Hello, friends. This is Scott, and this was back in May at the school garden. And you see our overgrown or densely growing strawberry patch. And I'd asked the students to, thin it for me and get some transplants for my hobby farm, or now Homestead. And they went to town. Yeah, they got in here and they dug up a big section. Now, this is what's needed. These strawberries have probably been in this same location for 12 years, lots of weeds. The soil's not very amended or isn't amended, so we need to get that soil better. So, well, we'll rehab the school garden strawberries and make them healthy for years. But brought them down to the homestead. I keep wanting to say hobby farm. Gotta get used to the new terminology here. And putting a new strawberry bed in right where underneath the siding that we had replaced this year. First step is to create some kind of a border, and again, I'll get formal borders eventually, but my goal is to just kind of define beds, and then I'll be bringing cardboard and mulch and just smother everything in. And my goal is to not have any mowing on this side of the yard, and this is the south side. So, yeah, this is where the old greenhouse was, and now we're got the siding done, and we're going to put in strawberries here. So, yeah, I don't know how many transplants I have that they dug up, but should be plenty. And if I have extra, then I'll use them somewhere else or get rid of them. So again, the first step was just edge, and I'm just pulling the weeds out. And again, this side yard looks pretty messy, but it's getting better. But I don't have the resources right now or the time. I've got other projects. I still have to work on that draining issue over by the back door, and I'll be starting on a chicken coop. I need to get that done before the weather turns here. We're 6,300 feet down here at the hobby farm. Again, did it again at the homestead. And yeah, it gets cold here, and September 12th might be the first freeze date. So yeah, we don't have a lot of time left, I don't think, before we're going to get a frost. But as you see me raking this dirt here, it's very dusty. I wish I would have been down here a couple days ago and watered this. Would have made life a lot easier, but I'm just going to go ahead and plant into this dry dirt. No sense watering it now because I don't need to be all muddy today trying to plant. So it would have been nice to water a couple days ago and then have it kind of dry out a little bit and still be moist, make planting a lot easier. But here's a closer look at the transplants, and they're nice. Got lots of growth on them, and so hopefully this bed will survive. Again, we're doing it, late summer, and I generally haven't done a strawberry bed in late summer before, so we'll see how these transplants take off and how they overwinter. Again, this is on the cheap. This is no cost, and it's no cost to the school. It's no cost to me because we have extra. And it's time to thin the school garden strawberries. So, you either throw the thinnings away or you reuse them to create a new bed. And I'm going to reuse them down here. So, yeah, I'm sure I'll lose some. But just like the raspberries last year, I lost a few. But overall, most of them survived. I think that's what's going to happen with the strawberries here. But I'm just kind of chucking them out and, spacing, 4 or 6 inches apart. I'm not going to worry about it too much because, again, the strawberries just all grow together with their runners. That's how one of the ways they reproduce is just send out runners. So we'll be having this bed thicken up as long as these transplants survive. So have them all laid out and approximately where they're going to be. And I need to do one thing with these because, again, with all plants, when you're transplanting something and it has way too much top growth and not enough root to support top growth, you have to do a little trimming. So I'm thinning the herd here with the leaves and just trying to make them so that they can grow a little easier and get established a little easier. So hopefully that's a great idea. But again, this is an experiment for me to do these transplants this late in the season. But that's when I had them, and I'm going to use them. Again, I have other projects I need to be working on, but yeah, this was a nice little diversion. It's nice to be able to bounce around a little bit and do a little bit of gardening in between doing construction projects and other homestead-related needs. So, yeah, I'm just using my hori-hori knife, which is, again, if you don't have a hori-hori knife, it's a great tool. You should get one because it's you can use it for everything. So, yeah, it's my most used tool, I think, other than my compost screen probably. So, but do a little speed planting. I don't want to bore you with all the detail of planting, but pretty simple. Strawberries are fairly shallow rooted, so you just got to get them in the ground. And just quick and easy, nothing really to it. But I don't know how many transplants I have here, but I've got quite a few, and I pretty much had exactly the right number. I thickened it up a little bit. I had a few extras, and I went ahead and planted them a little more dense. But just finishing up the final few plants, As you see in the background, the beans are doing great. I've been picking, and I've even been freezing some beans. So, yeah, that bed's a little too wide for beans, though, because I have a hard time reaching all the way through the bed to pick. So, always remember you got to keep your planting bed depth under control so you can reach everything. But because everything was so dry, and what I always do is I just water everything in tremendously, and I watered several times. And I even put a little grass mulch on here, and I didn't show that in any video, but I did mulch these in so they'd stay moist. And again, that's critical because this is still getting hot during the days down here. It's getting in the 40s at night, but it's still 80s and to 90 in the day. As you see, my biggest problem in this side yard is the shade, and not much has been growing under these trees. So, it's not affecting the strawberry area too much, but yeah, I have the dumpster from the flood that the county got me to throw stuff away. So I figured I might as well cut these trees out and throw them in the dumpster. So I got my little electric chainsaw out, and I, kind of whacked the crap out of these trees. And again, I don't even know what they are, but they're just shade. And as you see, it's still shady, but I cut down quite a bit, and you see the dumpster in the background. And I finally got to the point where I needed to get my big, tall ladder out because I wanted to cut some of these trees that are overhanging, some of the branches. And I was able to get quite a bit done of that, as you see on the ground there, but I couldn't reach everything. And I do have a telescoping pole chainsaw that I'll be bringing down that I can take care of some of the rest of the ones I just can't quite reach. I'm at the top of the ladder, and I don't want any more OSHA violations. So as you see, there's the branch right there. As I'm going to show a close-up, that's the branch that I need to, I need to get rid of that one because that one's definitely shading. So we'll get rid of that one in the near future. But right now I have dumpster space, and I just wanted to get, kill, again, two birds with one stone and get rid of some stuff. But I'm up to my next project, and I'm right in the middle of it, and I'll be showing that in the near future, is the chicken coop build. And so I'm starting to level the area. Stay tuned. That should be the next video, is chicken coop building. Thank you.